Yeah, that's right. Welcome to the Three Live Podcast. We are late tonight. Fuck it, but fuck it. So we're welcoming in, as always, Moto Viper, Bull 80, Gushing, and M3. Go ahead, M3.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? We're all getting our fucking internet figured out, and my microphone is going to start buzzing at any time. And Moto Frank, you did really good. Just go like this, you Marcos, and I'll fucking switch my microphone back. But something's up with that. But Pat was able to figure out on on the live stream from StreamYard that you can intersect channels. So my channel is intersected in right now. So what's up, everybody? I don't think anybody's in right now, but when you do watch this later, what's up, everybody? And I think that's a cool little. Aspect to split. So we split the last time, and it goes to Pac's channel, and then it goes to my channel as well. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, so we are doing The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 4. And it's called The Foundling, and it is Chapter 20 from what I read today when I was watching it. I just watched it this afternoon just to make sure everything's fresh. There really wasn't that much meat to this one at all. It's almost it was really good. The visuals were cool. I like a bunch of things. I wrote some things down, but as I was watching it, I was wanting a little bit more like Pac says, meat and potatoes, but it just wasn't coming. So I was like, damn, what's up, Zach? How you doing, bro? Hey, good to see you, Zach. Zach, are you watching The Mandalorian? What's up, TKD Bar? What's up, Ralph Bednarski? Oh, hey, Ralph. We were just talking about you the other night with Germ Sam. He got your who's the space western cowboy cartoon that came out in the 80s. He did a split sheriff. He's a sheriff. So he rides a horse. The horse stands up. Go ahead, Pat.
Brave Star.
Ralph did a great Brave Star split on a shirt, and Sam has that, so it's pretty cool. But oh man, Pat, I'm gonna give it back over to you, man. However you got this thing laid out, bro.
Yeah, awesome. So I've been watching it pretty close right off the rip. Me and Bull watched it last couple times when it aired. So we've all kind of talked a little bit about it, and we're just going to go ahead and go right off the rip with this thing. Before I start in, any crew have anything they want to start off with? Now would be the time.
Good to go.
All right. So this will be The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 4, and I have titled this "What's Missing from Season 3." You may think nothing, you may think something. I think there's a little missing, so we're going to kind of go over it before we go over the fucking episode. And well, before we get into this, we got cheers to chat, cheers to the crew. Was it?
Busy.
Yeah, that's right.
Lemon seed.
I plan on having several as usual. So,
but I'm on my fourth now, so there's no going back.
Okay, so I'm just hitting on Natty Light. Marcos is probably hitting on Bud Ice. What do you got, Gush? Or Bud Light? I'm sorry. We got Gushing.
Long Island.
Yes. Bull.
Coffee.
Moto.
Just Ledoux. Small batch whiskey.
Just for right now, though.
Yes, that's right. Nothing wrong with a little coffee at motherfucking 10:30 p.m. For you, 10:30 p.m.
It is 10:30.
Oh man. So to me, it's a great show. I'm not saying the show is bad. I think it's a good show. I think they're doing a good job, but I do feel like there are some things missing. Before I go, do you guys feel like there's anything missing? Marcos?
Well, according to what the thumbnail has, as for who you slightly suggesting is missing, she's missing, but she hasn't. She's not like really needed yet, except for maybe to see her, ass on stage.
Oh my god!
What up, OG Skywatch? How you doing? But other than anything missing, I think Grogu. I'm glad that Luke Skywalker didn't keep him. I'm glad he went back with the Mandalorian. So far I haven't seen anything that I believe or think is missing. What's up, Rob78?
I think we got to honor the comment. Anytime this is said or in chat, it must be repeated. OG Skywatch, this is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Fails. Yeah, what is up, Rob78? He says, I got Bud. It's not light. I got Bud, but it's not light.
That's right.
Okay.
Fuck, man.
Do you guys want to go? Do you guys think there's anything missing, Gushing, or do you want to feed off what I have to say?
No, just go.
Okay. All right. So first things first. Let's see. The pacing of the season is very disjointed. Length of episodes are all over the board. When I watch a TV show or a series, let's say a series, right? I like them shits kind of have some consistency. Like that sweet spot is like 50, 52 minutes. This season started off and it was just the first one real short. Then we got a pretty long one with number 3. This episode was just really short to me. What's up, Big M? I see you down there.
Big M.
So, what do you guys think about the length of episodes? Bull, we'll fire off with Bull.
I completely agree with you. I need some consistency with that. I mean, I know there's different directors and there's different producers and blah blah blah, different people doing different things, but there needs to be a consistency with that. You know, because I'm from the old school. You know, I grew up in the 80s, 90s watching TV. You got a 30-minute episode. It was on TV for 30 minutes. You got an hour. It was on for an hour, right? So I agree with you on that.
I have to do it. What's up, Prophet? Prophet hasn't been on any of these shows or made any comments, but I knew he would tonight. I knew it.
Prophet.
What's up, Prophet?
I knew it. Go ahead, Moto. We'll keep it going around to you, Moto.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
We're talking about the inconsistency, the pacing and inconsistencies of this season.
I really don't see any inconsistencies yet. Just following the story, I see that a lot of it's a hell of a story to tell. You've got a limited way to do it. Little stories within side stories are happening this season. Not a fan of that, but I think it's a much bigger story, and I think they've only got 4 more seasons to pull it off. So I think there's bigger things to come. I always see it as a build-up. So with these last 4 coming up, I think we're gonna be in for something real special.
Well, what I was talking about, what we're talking about right now is the inconsistency in the time. The one episode's 30 minutes, one episode's 44, one episode's 52.
Yeah. No, I get that, but that's what I mean. To tell what Favreau and Filoni want to tell, whether it be 50 minutes or 30 minutes, the story, the point that they're trying to get across, however long it takes, that's how long it takes for this particular story to connect all the dots moving forward over the next 4 seasons remaining. We might get an hour next week, we might get an hour. After that, it might drop down to 40, maybe 30. But I think it all has to do with what the point that has to be driven.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Right. No beef in the chat with the crew tonight. Hey, Bullwinkle and Prophet, you guys fucking behave today. Go ahead, Gushing.
No, to be honest, I don't think there's many inconsistencies. I mean, I think there's things that are lacking. I think what you stated is one of the more obvious ones. This episode, I was watching it and I was like, it's over. So I was just like, yeah, that was odd. Aside from that, there are a few characters I wish I would that I'm used to seeing. But aside from that, I think they're just trying to develop the new storyline, and it doesn't include some I've already loved.
Yeah, real quick, Pack. So OG Skywatch, 100% accurate. You said all the way up here, you don't watch them one at a time. You binge watch. So OG, that's a really good point, because that's the way Pack is too. He said, man, I really don't like to do season or episode by episode. I wait till the fucking thing's all done, and then I watch all of them, and then you talk about, like,
That's normally what I do.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, OG, you're absolutely right. And so these little 30-minute ones to an hour ones, 58 minutes or whatever, and then 40 minutes, to me, it doesn't really bother me at all, because it's still something, like, I was actually glad that they're as short as they are. I get that little fix of what's going to happen, and oh shit, that was pretty cool. And I'll say it 100 times. I love Favreau. I wish I could meet that guy one day. He's fucking just so cool. And he puts it together real simple. for a simpleton, like for myself that doesn't know a bunch of lore. He's just talking to I love the fact that it's short and long. It doesn't matter for the inconsistency for me, but you know what I mean? I'm a noob, so.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and touch base with like what OG Skywatch says. So, I usually don't do this. I started doing this when they did the Obi-Wan series, when we reviewed it with Ramrod and a couple other people, right? I almost didn't do that because I'm like, I like watching everything. So when you do these shows, you got to watch them one by one by one and then talk about them. And sometimes something might not make a little sense until you hear or see the whole story. But it's a good time to get on here and talk to all you guys and people in the chat about it. So that's why I do it. If it weren't for that, I would just wait till the whole thing's over and then talk about it. But so correct on that. Anybody's got anything else before we continue on? I'm gonna look at chat.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah, perfect, motherfuckers. Good. Where's the chat? Chat, come on. I don't see no. This is the way in there. Come on.
OG said this is
It. Prophet's got it.
Prophet did.
There we go. Good job, guys.
Good job.
Yes.
I'm giving you all a mental hug right now.
Hey, can you give me a mental fucking hand job, bro?
No, my mind's not that dirty yet. Just give me a few more drinks, and I'll get jiggy with it for you, buddy.
People ask me, why do you do these shows so late? A, because of all the time zones.
Yep.
All the time zones are covered here. We're all in different time zones. And B, we don't like to give a fuck about much of what we say. So we're late night. Oh, so let me put this disclaimer in. There's gonna be some explicit content, parental advisory in this shit, as always. So there may be some things you don't like, but that's just how it rolls.
All right, I'm leaving. I can't handle that. Bye.
Yeah.
There's something in that coffee, isn't there?
I might have to go fill it up.
I'm proud of you, Bull. I'm proud of you.
I'm holding back. I'm holding back so good right now. Oh my god.
Oh really?
Something?
Oh really? Why?
Really?
Go ahead.
Something with Bull. Something Bull said. I'm cool. Wait till I start drinking more, then I'll pull.
Oh hell.
Oh shit.
We'll forget about it by then. Go ahead.
I will. I'm fucking around. I'm gonna go grab another beer.
There'll be a whole new round of shit by then. So, as we continue on, before we do the episode review, and we continue on what's missing from season 3. Now, you may not share my opinion. It's fine. No problem. Prophet, I noticed that your comments you've been making about when Grogu was earth, we're definitely going to get to that. It's going to be toward the end of the episode or the middle. So we do this. We talk about some things to begin, then we review the episode in chronological order of how it happened. So we will get to that stuff, Prophet. To me, there's a glaring hole in season 3. I'm huge with characters, actors, shit like that. When they brought in Cara Dune, I like the fact who they brought in. Gina Carano.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
We all love Gina.
Let anybody tell me that she's not an important part of this fucking series. Yes, she is. The fucking story they laid on us when they said, hey, when we found out she was from Alderaan, right? I'm like, we need to get some more of that. She was, correct me if I'm wrong, she was a shock trooper. Is that correct?
She was.
Yes.
Yes. There's plenty to fucking go on in here, bro. Like, I think there's a huge hole with her out. People like everybody says she has a minimal role. Fuck it, man. It's like kind of like R2D2 when he popped up. It wasn't a big role, but it was like, bam, there he is. There's the fucking man R2D2. And I think she's a very great character in Star Wars. I think she looks the part.
Amazing.
I got some more to say about this, but we'll start with Marcos.
On say what was the question one more time?
I think Cara Dune is a huge missing piece in season 3.
Yeah, like I said, we know that she's off on a mission, so she didn't get killed. So I think we've all talked about it the last couple times. We know that she's still a thing. She's still a thing. we're waiting for that like Rob 78 thinks she's going to come back. I've seen a bunch of, I've seen 3 things. Oh, so does Moto Viper here. He also thinks she's
we're going to get
come
to
back.
that. We're going to get to that too.
Yeah. So I'm all for her coming back. I'm all for her. They didn't kill her off, and I'm all for it to just watch how the story goes, because I don't think she's missing. I think she's doing something. Like and it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, she's not missing to me. She's just not in the, like Luke Skywalker showed up, or Cad Bane, or that was go ahead, Moto Frank. I'm pretty much done. I don't think she's
Is she doing the Rangers Republic or whatever it is?
Yeah.
This time?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. That's all I had. Keep going, bro, please. Rangers Republic.
All right. Go ahead. Pass the mic, Marcos. If you're done. Pass the mic.
I'm passing the mic. Go ahead, Bull. What do you think?
I mean, I would like to see her back in the show. Do I believe? Have I missed her character? I mean, I can't say that when I watch the show, I'm like, man, I really wish Cara Dune was in it. I think there's enough going on, but would I like to see her character when she was part of the show? I enjoyed her, right? They were like the big 3, like her and Mando and Carl Weathers, man. They were like the big 3 at the beginning. So, and then they, what happened. So I would enjoy it if she came back. Do I think she's technically missing? Not right now, but that could be writing too. They're not going to write about someone that's not part of it, right? So we're not going to see her being missed.
So, please forgive me for interrupting. I'm sorry. I know the mic hasn't been passed yet. Prophet Director said, yeah, sorry, bro.
No, go ahead.
What he says is what we're getting ready to get to right here. But
Okay.
I was waiting for everybody to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
Go ahead. We'll get. So sorry, Prophet.
Yep.
Go ahead, you guys. Yeah, totally.
Yep. Go ahead, Frank.
No. I was giving Marcos a heads up about that fuzz on his mic.
Oh,
Yeah. No, go ahead. That wasn't a hand raise.
Bull's done. Go ahead, Moto. Then Gushing can finish up. What's up, Pop?
Pop the trunk.
Now, as far as how I feel about Cara Dune being missing,
Yeah.
I think she's just on her side mission. That's how it's going to be played out. I've heard numerous reports with Favreau and Filoni that it's just waiting for the transfer of Kennedy, going over to a new division, and then Sis Boom Boss, she's back.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, yeah. So everybody says, well, she's off on a mission. That's their writing. With this day and age, with the social media, we know what's all going on. Back in the day, when we were in the 80s, if they were doing some shit like that, we would know. We're like, oh,
correct.
I guess this is just the natural order of things of how the season goes. But we know in our head, this is just what they wrote because of what they did. They did her wrong. When they fired her, they didn't even let her know. She had to find out through social media. That's some fucking bullshit. Fucking Kathleen Kennedy fucking does with shit. Okay.
That is some pretty.
So, boo, Kathleen Kennedy. This is the way.
This is the way.
The way.
Yeah.
This is the way.
Favreau is. Go ahead, Gushing. Before I go on with Card. Please continue.
I think that I looked at her character as something different, because I like it that she was part of the original tier, and she was also part of a big moment. Like, she saved Grogu, she helped save Mando. She was a big part of that battle. Are we upset about saving Mando? She added a lot of shit.
M3.
Don't worry. But she was a badass. Like, but they weren't pushing it. That was natural. I liked it.
These are good points you have, Gushing. Please continue to have more.
I liked it. They weren't pushing that shit. You just grew to like her character, right? So you were like, okay, that's great. You liked that, didn't you, Marcos? You saw it.
We saw it, Marcos. You freaking camel toe.
Don't you worry. I gave you something special.
I forgot I had that on there, actually.
But
yeah.
Watching that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I agree with you. I agree with you, Prophet, on that comment. So the deal is,
Dang.
there's a push by Favreau to bring back Gina Carano.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But they're also trying to bring her back into a series called Rangers of the New Republic. The
Man.
Rangers of a New Republic is possibly rumored to be back on the table, and Gina Carano is supposed to have a big part in it. Rangers of the New Republic was to be a direct sequel to Return of the Jedi, taking place immediately following the Battle of Android. So that would play into the exact time frame that we are with the Mandalorian. Close, right? It's going to overlay, right? So, but they want to do that, but Kathleen Kennedy is strongly against her coming back and doing anything. She says she is horrible for the company, et cetera, et cetera. Go ahead, Bull.
I believe they had that in the works before they fired her, is what So that was already on the table, and I think they probably had already started writing and like brainstorming and really put some time and effort into it. And then she pulled the rug. It was like, no, I mean that probably pissed a lot of people off too. That cost a lot of people jobs and money and time, and that was pretty BS, man.
When is Kathleen Kennedy contract up?
I heard it was 2024. I thought, but
Yeah.
Same as Joe Biden. Good. All right, we're done with that.
Well, I know that she moves to whatever division within the company in 2024. I don't know what time of 2024.
Right.
Hopefully, it's like early 2024.
January 1st. January 1st. Yeah.
Right.
All right. The Prophet Director says at this point in Mando, we are 9 years out from the Battle of Endor. So when I say it can overlay, it definitely can overlay. So that time frame of Rangers of the New Republic, right? I guess we're going to find out when she goes from being a shock trooper to a rebel, right? So the stories can overlay. They can do flashbacks of what happened with her, right? And Rangers. So what I'm saying is that's close enough in the Star Wars timeline to overlay and overlap each other.
Okay.
so I think it was 5 years after Return of the Jedi in Endor.
That's what I was under the impression. Mandalorian's 5 years.
So maybe it's been a 4-year period since it started.
Yeah,
possibly.
If that's the case, let's say when I did the research a long time ago, find out what Mandalorian was all about when it aired, I did find out that it was 5 years after Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So if we've watched one season, 2 season, half a season of Boba Fett was basically Mando, all that. And now if this is 9 years total, it don't take long for them stories to fucking intertwine. So
that would put Bo-Katan in her 50s, wouldn't it?
She was in the Clone Wars pretty young. This is a while after the Clone Wars, bro. This is a good while.
19 or 20, somewhere around there. I think she was in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So she'd be like 45.
Okay.
I think she's about that age anyway. I think she's our age, Marcos. I think all of our ages, because we're all the same age. So
okay.
We all got a chance, is what he's saying.
She doesn't get a game ball just for figuring that out, bro.
I will finger bang her.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, he said that live on TV.
Yes, bull.
Oh shit. Okay, so the Republic got that. All right, so let's go ahead and start. I know Marcos, let's go ahead and start this up. So I'll start with you. You can kind of take out, because we're also streaming to my channel and yours, episode 4, The Foundling. Do you have anything that you had written down that you want to just fire off right off the rip?
Right off the rip, the beginning was cool, and it goes into okay. So the first 8 minutes, I believe, and then Grogu's going into his memory, and his memory is going all the way back into where he's done before, and that's cool. But poor kid has seen nothing but fucking murder and death with obviously loved ones that are trying to take care of him, and for some reason he's he's this package that keeps getting carried along. And I don't know if he knows exactly why yet, but I don't even know why yet. Where was the beginning point that he was birthed and then he fucking is now this exonerated being that everybody needs to get? The dark side wants him and the good side wants to fucking retain him. So he's got these memories that he's going through, and it's kind of cool, you know. And I'm like, man, but when I was watching that part, I was like, this sucks. For me, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. As for a little entity to have to deal with all his family members getting killed and people are trying to fucking steal him and people are trying to fucking help him and save him. All these people are dying around him because of him. At what point does he say, like, so I thought that was pretty cool. That's where the next thing would be the dragon and the raptor nest. But as far as the memory goes, I thought that was pretty cool. They threw that little insert in, and the gentleman that saved him this time, what was his name? And he was the best Jedi in the field at that point because some of the Jedis were dying off, and he was the one that came in with 2 fucking lightsabers and was like choo choo fucking, and then got on the fucking hypercycle and fucking jammed, then got in the ship and fucking.
Yeah.
That was Kelleran.
Kelleran.
Yeah, that was Kelleran.
Okay, so that's where it began to me as the when the armorer was making the little chest plate for Grogu, he went into that little episode.
Exactly, bro.
I'll pass that.
You're crackly. Your mic is crackly, Mike.
Yeah.
Marcos. Yeah, it's all fucked up. Yeah, go ahead and distribute it from there, Marcos.
Turn on microphone. Okay, so I'm looking at my insert. So I'm good right here, right? Yeah. So, Moto Frank, go ahead, man.
I enjoyed when Ragnar and Grogu were having their little Cobra Kai bout with the judge. Go ahead, Pat.
It's funny that you bring up. I'm glad you brought up that like Cobra Kai type reference. There are so many different references that we've picked up on through different shows. I'm going to continue. Ralph, I think Ralph is having a problem with not being able to see in the chat. We see you some. I don't know what's going on. I hope it gets better. Go ahead, Moto.
No, so following through with that, and then seeing that again, he takes the first hit, looks back at Din Djarin, says, "Don't look at me, look at him." Shows that father figure, right? Does his little Jedi trick to show him, "Don't be afraid. Show him what you got. Show him what you know." Right? Takes him out, and then Bo-Katan says, "You teach him that," and he says, "No, not me. That was not me."
Make that head noticeable, Bull. He wanted to chime in with you, Frank.
Go ahead, brother.
No, I was going to say what you said when she asked, "Did you teach him that?" And he was out the gate. No, it was not me. That Luke Skywalker reference they popped in there, man. I enjoyed that part.
So all three of those aspects that he put into that child showed me that he really cares for this as for him growing and developing. You know what I mean?
All right. Before we continue on, I gotta get caught up in chat a little bit. As to what we were talking about a little bit ago, the Prophet Director says she was a rebel shock trooper. She was never in the Empire. 4 years have passed between season 1 and season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Bo-Katan is almost 60, but aliens don't age like we do. I think that's a good point to think that when we watch this, it's science fiction. We want to relate it to everything that goes on about us, and that's a great point to think, you know what, 60 might be like fucking 20 or 60.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. She's an alien.
Yeah. So that's just us trying to put it on a level we can relate to.
Well, in that case, I want to go to her planet where the grannies are at.
Go ahead, Bull.
I wanted to touch base on something that Moto Viper said last week when he was talking about Paz Vizsla and that family. And he said, "I believe there's more there. I just don't think he's his foundling. I think he's his son." And you were correct on that, Moto Viper. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Brother. Thank you.
He was real antsy. He was like, "Man, I got to get to him." He's like, "What are you doing?" He said, "My son. It's not a foundling. That's my son. I have to get him now. I don't care what you say." So I just want to throw that out there. Good catch.
There is one thing that I noticed on this planet that they're all on. Aside from Din Djarin and Bo-Katan, not one of these some bitches have a plane. They just let these Mandalorians get taken off by that Shriek Hawk, and
Yeah.
hey, we tried. Our gas only got us so far, y'all. So there's no spacecraft on this planet where they're at. Go ahead.
That's a good point you're talking about, because Pack and I talked about that, because he was like, "Don't shoot." When the foundling was taken, Paz Vizsla said, "Don't shoot. You might kill the foundling. Let's chase after him." Well, after they chased after him and they ran out of fuel, he said, "This is as far as we always get." We can never follow him, enough, because we run out of fuel. And I'm thinking, well, why would you leave anyway? You just did it again. I don't understand that.
Go ahead, right here, Brady Bunch Square, right there.
Yeah, I'm so sorry because once you said that, so this was a really good thing. Now they're on this planet. It's brand new to them because they're trying to survive. They just got kind of like exiled, and then they accumulated on this planet. But they brought those 3 chicks home. So now they're gonna raise them like a Rancor. They're gonna fucking fly those motherfuckers, and they're gonna have a connection with the biologicals on that planet now, because they're gonna be able to train them.
Fucking Shriek Hawk.
That's ass when they start riding those things.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead, Gushin. We were talking about the beginning of the episode. Go ahead, sir. It is 100% onto you.
I forgot what we were talking about.
The beginning of the episode.
Okay. And with them taking the kid off after the fight with Grogu.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I found it funny that they've got very advanced equipment, these Mandalorians, and that they can build these pieces of armor and she shows all the wiring in it and everything else. So it's extremely technologically advanced, and they couldn't catch this beast. And I was like, okay, yes, it was huge. Yes, it was badass. They couldn't catch it, and they keep flying around in circles, and like this is like they've grabbed a number of children already, and I was like, I was waiting for Mando to take off in his N1 and be like, "Fuck you, I got you, motherfucker."
Right.
I got you. I'm catching up to you in 2 seconds. I'm shooting your wings. Give me the fucking kid. Grogu's gonna make him, elevate when the fucking bird drops him. That's what I was waiting for. But I like how the story developed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how, because Favreau's a smart dude. He knows what we're thinking. He knows. So there's got to be. So to me, they entered in those chicks. I think when they got exiled, they just have nothing but what they have is the armor is pretty much the only one there that has some sort of technology. But she can't build a ship or a plane or a ship. She can't build anything like that. They're still living in the damn caves. They don't have any upright fucking towers. They don't have any home development. They don't have any. They don't have a fucking city yet. They're just
How'd they get there?
Yeah, 6. Is there 50 of them? Fucking. Are they gonna? Yeah, very interesting. You're right, Gushing. Yep. What up, Mark Cosplay?
What up, Mark Cosplay?
There we go.
Right. Hey, Mark Cosplay is here. This is the way.
He's got all the answers.
This is the way.
So, Mark.
All right. So hold on a second.
What up?
What up?
There's something.
I like it when Prophet and him are in the channel, because in the comments, because they're smart as fuck, and I really like hearing their explanations.
Yeah.
And their answers, because they just like enhance everything we've said, but they give it clarity. I love you guys. Thank you for being here.
So what I can appreciate from the both of them is no pushiness. There's some motherfuckers that will get in a goddamn chat and they want to flex their knowledge, and they'll have to fucking be the center of attention. Prophet and Mark both deliver the things that they know in a very tactful manner, and I appreciate that, man. You guys are awesome.
Oh yeah, love you guys, man. Thank you so much.
But just so they know, they're not immune to a fucking busting. You get some balls busted here. So
that's right. This is the way, motherfuckers.
This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
The way.
Thank you. Thank you. So I think what Ralph said, Ralph Bednarski said he had some issues with not being seen in the chat. I guess he's saying that he was in my
Yeah.
chat and he had problems. He went over to M3s now and it's fine. So I think this new this new feature in StreamYard has glitches. Is what I'm thinking is going on.
Let
You know
your
what I'm saying?
motherfuckers.
So StreamYard, I pay you motherfucking money. Fix that shit. So there's that. Let me get caught up in chat before we continue on.
Marcos, you get that picture?
Did you send me a picture?
Hey, a long time ago, buddy.
Wait, is that one of those big ass D's? Let's see.
Yeah, we're kind of doing a show here, gushing, so we don't really look at our phones, bro.
You better
Get it, Moto.
Who is that? Gina Carano? Who is that?
Hold on, I got you.
Damn.
Whoa!
Hold on. Where are you down there, Marcos?
Oh,
Here you go.
what? Now you want
Listen
to
away.
Who is it?
This is the way.
This is the way.
Who's that?
Who is that?
Oh,
Yeah, I bet you know who that is.
Is this Gina Carano?
Yes,
swear to
Dude.
God.
Dude, she's fucking fine.
and she's a badass in MMA.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
you know why Kathleen Kennedy's pissed? Because she don't look like that. There we go.
That's
Let's move
right.
on.
Hey, I bet Kathleen Kennedy tried to pick up on her, and Gina Carano's like,
Oh, I was like, nope. I don't want you.
No,
Much
the show
better
just
tail than that.
the show just got shut down, bull.
hey, gushing. I swear, that's great, dude. That
No
is
shit,
great.
that's her.
That makes your day, right?
Yeah, that's great.
I
Yeah,
look at that and I'm just like, hallelujah.
You know why? Because that makes me go into like but she's so cute, dude. Good, right?
She's extremely cute. Yeah.
You know what's great? You know what's great?
That
Two viewers dropped off when we started doing that.
Really?
hey,
Two did?
That's how you weed out people that you don't want fucking watching the shit. This is
It's
how
a
we do shit.
jail.
So
What the
But-
I'm gonna call that spank. I'm gonna put that in my spank bank.
I'm sorry. That was me. That was all me. I'm sorry. That was
love
all
it.
me.
Thank you, sir.
Bam. Bam.
Damn.
Yeah, I think
Well,
there's
Pops, you handsome son of a bitch.
So, we're done with the beginning. I don't know in the beginning if he was using the force or whatever the fuck he was using with the rock crabs or whatever the hell. At the
No,
beginning,
he
you would
wasn't.
think
They were
that,
just
he's
going
using
up
the
and down.
force, but then they just kind of walk away. What did you guys think, Gushin?
Nah, they were just fucking flexing and doing their normal nature shit. I think that was the funny part of it. Go ahead.
I think it was set up at first for us to think he was practicing the Force, like a Princess Leia or Rey or something like that did in the past couple movies. And I really thought that for a couple seconds. I was like, oh, he's practicing the Force. And then, we saw the crabs and he was being a kid is what he was doing. He was playing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Right.
I was just gonna say.
But
You
I
took
want to
it
add to
right
that.
on my mouth, Bull.
What I would add to that is that obviously he sees that everybody on the beach is training. They're all doing their thing. Grogu's way of training was actually playing with those crabs. He manipulated it the way he wanted them. He had them the way he wanted them. And then once he was distracted, time to go do his chores.
Yeah.
That's when they and went and did their thing.
Yeah.
So I agree.
That's a good point, dude. I didn't think about that. He was actually probably using the Force to keep them around and not.
How he wanted them. He was
Yeah.
practicing, bro.
Yeah.
He was playing. What was that game with the cups where the ball's under it?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. That's dumb. But anyway,
I thought there was rocks, and only one hermit crab. But they were all fucking hermit crabs. And at the
Yes.
end in the art, it shows Grogu smiling and they're all fucking like crawling down. I thought
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very good. Good point. Good point. What have I
Right.
done?
He's a kid. He's a kid. That's what they were showing. He's in his time frame, in his species. You know what they say about Yoda? Yoda's species that you never know when they're born and where. I mean, they age different, but he's a kid.
all right. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the
Hey,
episode.
what's up?
Yeah. So we're gonna go back to episode. I'm gonna call up real quick. During training, a dragon of some sort. They don't think they really specify what this creature is. I thought they did when I researched them. I'm like, oh, that's something else they're talking about. So
Bo-Katan, sorry for interrupting, but Bo-Katan referred to it as a raptor. She
okay.
said that raptor, but maybe that's just how they. Yeah. What's up,
Yeah.
Ryan?
She did.
Well, they have to have some sort of information about the creature because the armorer said you can't do that, it'll kill the kid. Because when Pack and I were talking, he was like, hey, why wouldn't they just eat it then? And so they know something that we don't know, that hey, they're going to take the kid up there to be there a while. We have enough time to rescue the child, as long as we don't alert the creature that we're coming. Then he will kill it if he knows we're coming. So there's more information there that they really didn't go into, but the armorer knows it, and so does other people, obviously.
Damn, that's a good point.
Okay, so I'm gonna lead us into a break. I got a freaking piss, and I need to get another beer. So I'm gonna let Marcos. I'm gonna try a piss before you do. So here's kind of where we're at. Let me get this. During training, a dragon swoops down, or a raptor, as Marco says, Bo-Katan says, down and captures a young Mandalorian in training, which we later find out is Paz Vizsla's son. This all takes place after the young Mandalorian challenges Grogu to a dart challenge, challenges of his choosing. But the battle ends with Grogu winning. So we've already talked about that. So this is what you take off on this, if you would, Marco. Several Mandalorians follow the dragon, but are unable to follow the dragon all the way due to its lair. Distance and lack of fuel from their jetpacks. A group of Mandalorians featuring Din Djarin, Paz Vizsla, Bo-Katan, and others launch a rescue mission to save the young Mandalorian. I'm going to take a piss.
Hey, can I ask one quick question? Just one quick that I just thought of. Do you think that the creature has been testing the waters and knows that they run out of fuel and that it can grab its prey and not be challenged? I'm just wondering.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Prophet says raptor means bird of prey. So that makes sense. And what's up, MIS1?
On this one.
Now, so
Fun.
the dragon to be offset, it is a brand new home site for the dragon. So you might be onto something, Gushing. Yeah, I can see this new little.
I'm just wondering because I like what Bull said and Moto said, how it's a new platform, and like you were saying, for it to be the new biological that allows them to have transit that is badass and can fight for people that they will care about because they're a creature.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that aspect.
They changed the tide by bringing the 3 chicks home.
Yes.
Now they can be with the planet, and they can say, okay, so now they can fly and they can go see what's way over here. Now, instead of being stuck on this beach, they might find some forestry or some trees or some other type of easier way of living where they don't have to worry about.
Right. Oh yeah, I mean, when the Mandalorians had their planet and everything else, they also had the mythosaur, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty badass creature that they just inherited, right? So it's kind of a new. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
A new
many brain cells.
The sword. It can be the new whatever they call it, or the name of it. So it could be, it could be the first one that was tamed. It could be, I don't know, Bo-Katan tamed this bird of prey. It could be
That's actually where I was going to lead, but
yeah,
I was waiting till Jay got back. There's too many smart people in this live stream right now.
Ralph Bednarski says, Nerf Star Wars The Mandalorian Dart Gun available on Hasbro Pulse. I want to say, is it Mandalorian's dart gun, or is it the one that goes on the wrist, that dart gun, Ralph? Or is it the Boba Fett fucking Nerf? Because I think, Mark got one for, Mark.
That makes sense.
Mark, what's the gun that you bought for your son, bro? Was it a Boba Fett Nerf? I'm pretty sure it was a Boba Fett Nerf, Mark.
That's a good point, Mark. Good point.
Mark says animals definitely know gushing. The Mandos are new there. They must have had been killed during that time. There have been there. Oh, Pack's back there. Oh, there you go. You read for yourself.
That's what she said.
I got my glasses off. Huh? I'm like straight.
Mark, dude. Good on you, sir.
Right on, Mark.
I'm gonna read this comment because I think it was kind of broken up when you hear us. I need to get caught up. You guys go ahead and get me caught up. What's happened?
Nothing. We were just talking about the dragon and the way that the chicks and Gushing was talking about how basically touch base on things we were talking about.
Gushing was talking about how that raptor could be like the new mythosaur planet, you know, because they tamed the mythosaur on Mandalore. Now they're on this new planet with these new creatures that they have foundlings, and they can tame them and use them in battle or whatever they need to do.
I mean, it's definitely some Game of Thrones shit. Just gonna put it out
Hell
there.
yeah.
Hey, Halo Nerf gun, Mark. Yes, I'm sorry. I knew that.
So shall we have a moment of silence for a fellow alcoholic? Hold on.
Who's a fellow alcoholic? All of us.
I thought you were pointing at everybody.
Yeah, all of you.
I pointed at myself, but to be honest, who's the alcoholics? All of you motherfuckers. We're all alcoholics.
Right back.
Yep. Sorry about that. Wait for M3 and Gushing to come back. But so we're talking about creatures of the show. I'm always very enamored, interested, infatuated with the creatures of Star Wars. All the shows, you know what I mean? It's like, has anybody stopped and think about being in the cantina bar, all the different types of species, all the different types of living beings from different worlds. You're over there with some dude that looks like a spider. He's got big eyes and mandibles, right? And then you got somebody that looks like a human, and then you got somebody that looks different yet. All this Star Wars, they're living in harmony, right? If we weren't capable of that, it's different. We'd have to fucking capture it. We'd have to fucking study it, right? So I was thinking about that one day. I'm like, you know what? We can't fucking coexist with other fucking creatures, but in Star Wars galaxy, they can. That's just something I thought.
No, I'm with you, dude. And this shit happened a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, bro.
Has it really happened, though? Has it?
That's a long time ago this shit happened?
A long time ago.
Oh, let's see. Why did my vision just take a shit? Maybe because I'm alcoholic. Okay, there we go.
Your vision take a shit?
Yeah.
You take your glasses off?
You know what I love about
alcohol? Que viva.
With the
go ahead.
I was going to say, one thing I love about what you just said about animals in the Star Wars universe, it was Master Qui-Gon Jinn who always said there's always a bigger fish.
Yes, he did.
Which we find out in this episode, right? So, did you guys talk about the when they the war party they put together to go get Paz Vizsla's son back? Have you guys talked about that?
Just touched on it.
Continue on. Go ahead, Marcos.
So you don't know it's Paz Vizsla's son until he says, "That's my son," because he's up at the top of the mountain and shit. Yeah. He's like, what's his name? Ragnar. Go ahead.
Just while you're in the middle of that. So did anybody happen to notice Paz Vizsla's reaction when the dragon / raptor / Star Wars creature took the kid?
Oh, yeah.
He had hardly any reaction. He looked at Din Djarin like, shh. So they didn't really play that. They didn't want you to think it was his son, but I'm like, that's kind of a fucked up part because he didn't even show emotion. He was like,
he did tell him not to shoot.
Not to shoot. He took him down.
Yeah, he said, "Don't shoot.
Don't shoot.
You can kill the foundling." He did push his arm down and said, "Don't shoot."
He said, "Let's go."
Sorry, I interrupted. Sorry, go ahead, Marcos.
I think it only took him like 3.5 seconds to just launch and go. He was like, "Boom, I'm out." So yeah, I can see what your point there, Pac. But I think they didn't let it go like 10 minutes where he was like, "Oh, I better." Anyway, yeah. anyway, so Ragnar stayed in the throat hole of this beast overnight. And what I don't think was cool of Osvisla was that if my son was up on the top of that thing night or day, I'm like, oh, I don't care if I die. I'm getting my motherfucking son. And they all camped around the fire, took their helmets off, and I'm like, no, man. And then the next day, like, I get it because I'm not going to complain how the story went. I'm just saying, if you put yourself in that position and you got all this gear and fire armor, you're fucking going to get your son, you know. But hey, maybe Mandalorians don't cherish family as much as like a regular person does, because maybe this is the way you got to learn. You shouldn't have been on the beach, kid. He was right there. You should, you know. I don't know what their thought process is, but I didn't like that the poor kid had to stay in the throat of this beast overnight, and then he was going to get fed right at the right time that they arrived at the top. That's cool. But I think it just has to be like, what is it, fodder? It's just fodder, getting there to the point of extraction. You know, I'm done. Pass my.
Go ahead, Gushin.
Yeah.
I was just going to say he loves the shit out of his son, because when Mando saved his son, he was hugging his kid, and that's the first time he's ever been kind to Mando.
Right.
Like, if you've noticed in every other thing, like maybe the end of season 1 when all of them kind of like stand up and defend him as Mando is trying to escape, right? He's like, this is the way, we help you out, whatever else. That was the first time he was kind of cool to him. But this time was the first time he was like,
bro,
right?
Like, bro.
Away.
And Mando was like, I got you. And you could totally tell the beef was over at that point.
Yeah.
You guys realize that Paz Vizsla is the descendant of Tar Vizsla, the first Mandalorian Jedi, right? You always got to keep that in mind as you're watching. You know what I mean? If you're done, Gushin, go ahead, give it to Bull.
I'm done.
I'm good. Yeah.
No, but Bull, when we were watching, I remember talking to you like he was said. So the dragon, fucking raptor, fucking whatever the fuck it is, fucking kept the Mandalorian in his mouth, stomach, throat, whatever it was. And we came out, I'm like, he's got no slime on him. He's got no saliva, no acid on him. What's up with that? You kind of like, I noticed things like that. I'm not going to say that the show's shit because of it, but I'm going to mention it. I'm like, hey, he did.
Well, I mean, once again, we're thinking from our thought process about being on Earth. We have zero clue about that animal and that creature and what he's capable of doing. It could be some, I don't know, part in his body that there's nothing there, and the kid was just chilling in there,
like a kangaroo.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm going to call it. There should have been something.
There should have been something. I agree, but I mean, you know,
a little smegma. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Hey, shut your fucking horn off out there, you motherfuckers. Anyway, but Bull, another thing I was saying while we're watching during that episode, I'm like, how do you know this motherfucker hasn't already ate this kid? Like, it took them a while. Like Marcos was like, I'll be there fucking now. They're like, they just was like taking their time. Like, we're going to do this the next night or whatever. It's like, man, how do you know that this fucking creature hasn't already fucking devoured it? Go ahead, Bull.
But the armorer, she knew, you know, like I said before, she knew. She was like, hey guys, you know, you got to be real careful that the creature cannot hear you coming up the mountain to the nest. They'll kill the kid. So obviously she knew of some sort of time frame, because as smart as the Mandalorians are and everything they do, they have to be intelligent enough not to go do something that's pointless, right? I mean, if this creature's come and they got, you know, 50 children over the past year, then, and if all 50 kids, they can never get to them and they never rescue them, then they have to know something, right? They know some sort of information because this has happened before.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, maybe they know the tendency of this creature, and maybe they know, I don't know, but we do need to get to the part of the flashback with Grogu. before we finish up the end of the episode. So we'll wait on Moto. Moto, are you still here? Can you chime in or not? OG Skywatch says timing it with the morning feeding. Clearly, gotcha, sir.
So she knew that.
Yeah. Go ahead. All right. So Moto Viper is incapacitated this time or something. So we come to the part where the armor reveals to Grogu his weakness. Now, I didn't have time to watch it a second time. Can somebody explain to me the process that which she's doing to bring out those weaknesses of him? Because once she started doing that, he immediately went into that zone. Anybody know?
I think it's just psychological, the way they intervened it into the show. There was some hammering of the pounding and then the fucking sparks. And then Grogu was just like kind of mesmerized and just doing it. I don't think it was intentional.
Well, I thought it was because the way she was talking was she was going to basically go ahead, Bull.
She said that the armory, it actually reveals things about you and reveals weaknesses. She was prophesying that he would see something, almost like Yoda was to Luke Skywalker. You know, when he was in the cave and he was seeing himself and Darth Vader. You know, that's what I got out of that when I watched that part. You know, I don't know the magic behind it, but I know it happened. You know.
PTSD, everyone, for sure. You could see that all over Grogu's face, man. Like, you were just like, man, like the good job on emotion there. I was like, man, you can just kind of feel his pain. His like ears just drop down. I'm like, but you're right, Bull. She did say that. Whatever that thing she was doing, that was the purpose of it. It was to peer into your like soul, to find your weakness. So I was like, how? How is what she's doing creating this?
Yeah, so, Mark's saying the same thing.
The armor. Okay, so the armory reveals weakness, just like Din Djarin when he had his armor. Okay, so that is a feature of the armor, I guess. Like, so.
Hey, let's touch base on that. What was his weakness that they showed? Is that when the Mandalorians come and saved him when he was a kid? Is that what the flashback he had?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the new foundling. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why we think he can't wield the Darksaber. They say the inner struggle with himself, and it must be because, you know, the loss of your parents, you know, the way it all went down. Maybe that's the thing that's stopping you from excelling forward. But
look what Ralph says.
Luke, what's in the cave? Master Yoda. Yoda, only what you take with you.
Yeah, that's right. When he saw, that's right when he went. It wasn't a cave. He went into the jungle parts of where does Yoda reside? The
Bespin. That was Bespin. Wait.
Dagobah.
Dagobah. Sorry, Dagobah. Yes.
Dagobah. The Dagobah system. Yeah. So I know where you're at, Ralph. Yeah. That makes sense.
So I'll just go over this before we go. The armor reveals to Grogu his weakness, or we should say the Beskar reveals the weakness. Such actions cause Grogu to flash back when Order 66 is executed. I do like the use of a lot of shows lately talking more and more about Order 66, but I think it's very important that they fucking flesh out a lot of what happened during that time, because during Revenge of the Sith, it was very fast. And we all had like, what happened? I'm thinking to myself, what happened with this? What happened with that? What happened with this? So it's nice that they're touching base on it with several shows. This is where we get a continuation from season 2 with Grogu's flashback. Kelleran escapes through tunnels on Coruscant, the same tunnels we see on the Attack of the Clones. If you see the Attack of the Clones, those tunnels, you see them on Coruscant in that movie. After which we see him race around the same highest mountain we saw in episode 3 when they were fucking licking their fucking glow pops and shit. Right. Kelleran makes it to the landing platform where we see the H-type Nubian yacht, the same ship we see Padme use in Attack of the Clones. B-Wings quickly follow suit of Kelleran and Grogu. They jump to hyperspace and escape. So that's where we're at with the flashback. So we'll continue with the flashback. Go ahead, Bull, you're up first, then we'll hit Gushy next.
Just real fast, someone in the chat earlier said that was Palpatine's ship.
No,
Yeah, and Jar Jar Binks. I think it was oh shit.
no, that ship is Padme's ship.
See, that's what I thought. He said Palpatine, so I know. I don't know the answer. If anybody knows,
yeah. Prophet Director says in Grogu's flashback, Jar Jar Binks rescues him in Palpatine's Nubian yacht.
Yeah, that's Padme's yacht.
It is.
If you watch 2, that's her ship she's in.
Yeah.
that's what I thought as well.
Yes, right. He might have meant that, but typos, and sometimes we say season instead of episode. So you know how it goes, guys.
Yeah.
But go ahead and touch base on the flashback.
Well, I mean, it was pretty epic. I mean, anytime we can figure out where Grogu was when they attacked the Jedi Temple, right, and how he escaped, and why didn't Anakin kill him? Where was he at? So there's some questions still there. Obviously, he was either gone or hidden when Anakin, or he was at a different location. But that leads me to believe they know that he's something special, because why was he not there when Anakin came, right? If you guys think I'm on the right path, go ahead, Frank.
Just to throw in there, and I want you to continue, there was 4 Jedi protecting him, just him.
Yeah. And so that leads me to believe, but they know something, obviously, that the other opponents know too. That's why they want to get him. So what is it is it just because it's Yoda's species and everybody knows Yoda's is the most powerful Jedi, in my opinion? So I don't know. I think there's more there to that, just based off of this guy getting him out versus all the rest that Anakin killed. And why was he not there? It's like, okay, Order 66 happened. We know what's going on. Get him out now. Don't worry about the other ones. We don't give a crap about them. We want you to take care of him. That's what I saw, and I don't know why.
I like what Ralph and Prophet are saying in chat.
Well, I'm gonna get to the comments. I was just waiting for Bull, and Moto Viper he wanted to chime in.
I forgot. I got someone who also was also in chat. My bad.
Let's see. Comments. Yeah, let's get caught up in comments before we continue on. There's other people who have not weighed in on the flashback scene. We're going to go back to what we're talking about a little bit ago. The armor is a religious zealot and cult leader. She will eventually be revealed to be a villain. Paz is her strongest follower, and now she is trying to gain control of Bo-Katan's mind.
Ooh, you could see that shit, huh?
I agree with that.
Let that fucking set in. So we were talking about...
That's heavy.
We were talking about Bo-Katan, Marcos, before you chimed in, and Gushy wanted to know, what do you guys think about Bo-Katan? I'm like, I've always felt like she's going to have a character twist. There's going to be a character turn with her. Yeah, she wants to be the leader of what?
Yeah.
Good.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just agreeing, saying, yeah, just look at her backstory.
She's motivated to be a leader. She's going to have to. I think she's obsessed with that Darksaber, and she's going to have to battle him and defeat him to where he yields in combat. And that's hard to do when you're confident of somebody. Go ahead, Marcos.
What if in an episode far, far away, she takes off her fucking helmet and she's IG-11, and she just fucking blasts Grogu? Pop, pop! Finally gets the win.
Man, you had that. You
story done.
Fucking Grogu, little fucker.
But Ralph just blew my mind with that.
Yeah, that was great.
I could feel that there's something up with her, but to put it in that tense, good job, man.
I do. That's interesting. That's a good twist. But to me, she's still just a shaman.
Yeah.
Shaman.
I mean, would we all agree she's like the leader of the Mandalorians right now?
Yes.
Keeping them together, not let everybody have despair.
Nobody questions her.
Even though
Though.
she doesn't wield the saber, she still is looked at as a leader.
Yeah, nobody questions her. She can say anything she wants, and everybody will do exactly what she says.
So is she using the dark side?
I haven't seen anything. Have you?
Well, you don't see the dark side. The dark side just fucking sucks you in.
That's right, because if you're a Sith, you're a master of all things that are on the dark side: evil, greed, deception, manipulation. That's why the Jedi couldn't sense Palpatine or Sidious's presence. He is the master of deception, right? That's why they couldn't pick up on him, bro.
So I always wanted to ask you guys this because I am newer to this. So Palpatine is Darth Sidious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Now-
he was talking in third person in that theater scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cocksucker motherfucker.
That's
Oh, dude,
right.
he
Yeah.
like if
You're
you
a cocksucker motherfucker.
Definitely
Your
is.
mind just went like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
You're
like
welcome.
if so we were talking about this too. I don't remember who it was with, but I like Anakin. A lot of Star Wars fans don't. They think he's a whiny
I fucking
a
love
whiny
it.
and I like Anakin. And I was at so any show that pulls emotion from you, whether that pisses you off or it makes you happy, they did their job. They got emotion out of you, kind of like
Right.
wrestling. Wrestling is supposed to pull some kind of reaction from you, right?
Yes.
A good show does the same. So like in Anakin, I just continued to hate Palpatine. I'm like, you motherfucker. Like you're fucking him, man. You're just
Right.
fucking him over, dude. You know what I mean? He had a nice woman. They
Yeah.
were gonna let's
Fucking
fuck you,
bad.
dude. You know.
Just to touch base real quick, and I'm going to go far off the beaten path, but back just because you said when a show brings you in, it brings an emotion out. When I started doing all this collecting and stuff, one show that I really took a liking to was Transformers Prime, and I yelled at the TV with my fists in the air when Bumblebee fucking killed Megatron. I was like, "What?"
There's
You know-
no way. There's no way that could physically happen. There's no way in
There's
the world.
absolutely no fucking way.
There's no.
Sorry.
Right.
No.
So for
Sorry.
the Mandalorian so far, I haven't felt. I love this motherfucking franchise, but I haven't been, like New Soundwave. If he ever jumps in, what's up, New Soundwave? If he ever jumps
What
in, he talks about one of the emotional things that got him was when Grogu was taken. He was on that little mound, and the Jedi light was coming down on him, and Din Djarin couldn't fuck because he was getting bounced off, and then the fucking Dark Troopers came, picked him up, and fucking took him away. He felt like that was kind of a emotional situation there. So I didn't feel that to be emotional.
Right. Rob Bednarski's comment was good, but Mark Cosplay has been touching on the same similar type deal as well. So I did see you, Mark Cosplay. I just didn't bring up both comments. You were definitely, I see you down there. They're both of them are definitely picking up on the maybe some manipulation.
Yeah, she's the same type of Mark. I believe you're right
good point.
that she's the same type of race that Darth Maul was. You know, she's a horny toad because she's got the horns on her head,
Ooh,
on her
Yeah.
crest.
Yeah.
She's the only one that does. So, just saying.
And I will touch it. Go ahead.
just saying. Now wait a minute. Yeah, you guys are you brought into a light that now I'm going to be sensing these little factoids that you guys are presenting that the armorer is. Why else?
Speculation, Marco.
I love it. I love speculation. Fuck the world.
Gushing making the point that everybody else probably knew but didn't speak it was she still has the fucking little fucking horns on her fucking. That's definitely Sith. And Pat or Mark, somebody was telling me that the reason why the Sith went in and infiltrated with the Mandalorian and they combined for a minute. Oh.
But the comment I just had up was talking about the ship, the H1. I gotta go back to my notes, but anyway, Prophet says no. I meant Palpatine. He's from Naboo too, and has the same ship in one of the comics.
Yeah.
Captain Phasma's armor is made from that ship. My comment was that's the same ship we see Padme in the Clone Wars, the movie.
Yeah.
So you're talking about the comics. I was referring to Clone Wars movie. So that's where the difference was.
And again, how soon is this after when Order 66 was implemented?
How soon is what?
Order 66 implemented for that Naboo ship?
Oh, this is Attack of the Clones, like I'm talking about. That's movie 2.
Right.
Order 66 was at the end of movie 3.
So this happens at the end of or not at the end, but during Order 66, right? And so who would have brought their ship knowing that shit was going down and to get that little Grogu out of there?
Well,
Because it's
and
not like
there was
a month later, a couple days later. This is like when Order 66 is going down, they're executing younglings and they're getting them the fuck out of there. And it's that Naboo ship.
right
So
now.
who would have done that?
Not sure. I do know he had help escaping. And we do need to point this out because everybody's been talking about it, and they're talking about right off the rip. The guy who plays Kelleran, his name is actor Ahmad, also played Jar Jar Binks in the prequels. All right, and we all know that Jar Jar Binks, for me, other people, just for me, fucking gushing left. Stop making noise, bull. Anyway,
Sorry.
that's right. So Jar Jar Binks was that was horrible. I just one of my least favorite characters ever in any show. So
Dude.
me and Bull were watching the show. So he made comments that he'd been taking a lot of fucking shit from fans because he played this character that basically fucking blows. So this was a way to redeem him. But I thought, well, you know what's fucked up? This is a way where he gets redeemed in the Star Wars franchise. But when me and Bull were watching it, we were like, oh man, why ain't this Mace Windu? This is a fake ass Mace Windu. So I just like, this is Face Windu. So even though this is supposed to be his shine, bro, it's still like, bro, you're just a fake Mace Windu, sons.
He was a fake Mace.
Filler motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people are saying that right off the rip. But like I said, we get to that point when we get to it. So, Prophet. Let's see what Prophet says because he's chiming in. No way Vizsla would follow the armor. If she was the Maul follower, since Maul cut his predecessor's head off, there were a ton of Mandos with horns and their helmets long before Maul. That's the species. Maul was just a species, right? He was just
Yes, sir.
yes, he was just a Sith. He was one that freaking Palpatine, Sidious, same person, took on as an apprentice. So obviously he had a little more, he had more power. He was more skilled than
Not only
the
that,
other.
he would never understand who the armorer was. She's never revealed herself, and she never will until maybe a specific point in time. I think she's playing out to be a bigger part of all of this than we all know. And I think she is a villain.
I did
thought
too.
That, I've thought of that for a while.
I don't. I just think she's just a shaman.
No, I think Ralph and Mark, I think they're onto something. Whether I'm wrong or not, but speculation is fun, and I think they're onto something. I feel something. I just kind of feel.
What you got? What you got?
I feel that there's. I can't. They put it into words. I'm just telling you. I think something's up. So,
can you bring them up? I'm half blind right now.
Bring what up?
Their comments. What were you?
I'm talking about when Ralph was talking about being a Sith, and that was a long time ago when he blew our minds. I go way back up here.
Yeah,
we already talked about it. Yeah. But let me see. I think that's about the rest of the show. But oh no, we got some more. We're trying to wait till Marcos comes back. So you guys got bullet points. Gushing, do you have any bullet points with the show before we talk about the very end with Bo-Katan and armor?
I just want to say, I just want to say what I mean, Prophet, I love what you have to say. Mark, I love what you have to say. Between the two of you, I just
Yeah.
want to say that I forget the name of the race that Maul was, but they added those horns and everything to their head. That was not like a natural thing. That was something that they did. They did to themselves. So I'm just saying.
Right. True.
So
Yeah. If you got any bullet points, bring them up now, guys.
All I can say is because I'm so new to this, and you guys have turned me on to so much, and whether it be Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Bad Batch, Mandalorian, Andor, I'm connecting the dots, and I all see it connecting to Palpatine's return. The little
Everything. But right, Moto. Everything in this fucking story, from the prequels all the way to motherfucking 9, he's the one.
Yep.
that to me, I'm outside looking in. You know what I mean?
Zabrak,
Yes, Zabrak.
that was his race.
Right. So continue on if you got any more bullet points, Moto.
No, that was it. Everything else was covered on my topics and bullet points. Other than, to me, watching all these series and getting all the information from all you badass motherfuckers, is that this is just all connecting the dots to Palpatine's return.
Man, I would love. We're not going to get into it today, but I would love.
I would love it if that was what this was leading up to.
Oh, for sure.
Oh
It's got to be,
my God. Come on.
dude. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't feel Snoke. I was like, man, Snoke.
Talking about a new.
But he was the best clone they could come up with at the time to keep fucking Emperor going.
He was,
Again, I'm new. I could be a complete dipshit about this.
No. And his race is actually very, very, very powerful in the elemental force. So, but they are prone to like sickliness, right? And that's why he was what he was. They are. He was very, very powerful mentally. Physically, he was just,
Yeah. All brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ralph is saying that the horns were natural, gushing. So there's a little difference there. I did want to say that. So it's very important to if you watch this show, there's people with different levels of immersiveness or experience with Star Wars. But any successful franchise of anything has veterans, people that watch casually, brand new people coming in. We have to, franchises have to have new people coming in. For people to dismiss them and say, well, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, you're new, that's a fucking problem. There always has to be new people coming into any franchise. So when you say, Moto, you're new, it don't bother me any. That needs to happen. This is the way.
This is the way.
So many.
That's the way.
That's the way. I like
bullet points. We are finished at bullet points before we do the end. Marcos, you got bullet points?
Book 10. I don't know because I was gone for like 3 minutes. Book 10.
Yep.
It's the armorer says, "Oh, you need a little repair. Let me help you with that." I thought they were going to go make out, but no. She builds her a little fucking armor thing, and Bo-Katan's like, I want it to look this way if you don't mind. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. And then she says, what if I told you I saw it? And the armor is like, saw what? And she's like, the mythosaur. And the armor's like, well, it's pretty much in your head. And Bo-Katan's like, no, it's real. And then the armorer says, this is the way. So I was like, huh. We know physically that the mythosaur is real. That's why they can get the skull and the fucking the tusks come out and shit. So, but why didn't the armorer say, "Holy shit, you fucking saw that shit"? I haven't even seen that shit yet. Good for you. Fist bump, But maybe she's just
a myth, bro.
Good. Chime in, Bull. You get a second. Marcos, he's trying to come in.
Go ahead, Bull.
I just I'm not sure if it's a myth or not. I know it's a mythosaur, but I don't know if it's a myth. Obviously she saw it, right? But it was really weird with the armor. It was almost like I think the armorer knows. I think she knows the mythosaur's down there. And I think she's trying to talk Bo-Katan out of thinking that she saw something. I think she's like, nah, you probably didn't. Lots of Mandalorians see visions of the mythosaur. She's like, no, I actually saw it. She's like, I don't know. It was
I'm with you.
If it was truly something that she thought was a myth, then she would have been like, oh my God, tell me about that. So I believe that she knows that mythosaur was there for whatever reason.
I completely agree. She knows this. There's something more about her. You can feel that. And I know that Ralph and Mark and Prophet were kind of discussing things. You just feel that there's something going on in this. And the way I took it was she didn't say she didn't believe her, but she also didn't say she believed her. She just kind of, she's kind of just passive about it.
Yeah,
but
really
she knows.
not a lot, right? Just like, all right, cool. Oh, you saw that? Cool. All right, cool. No, I saw the fucking
Ralph
mythosaur.
had a good point.
So
on the last chat, good point.
It's all in the grand scheme to obtain the Darksaber.
For her, though.
For the armor?
For the armor.
For the armor?
I don't think she wants to wield that.
I don't. Yeah.
Think about how much power she has without it.
Without it, like she doesn't even need it.
Like people listen to her, she's fucking running shit, man, and she don't have this motherfucker.
I think she's just a shaman trying to keep everybody together. Lack of despair.
Okay.
Just fucking, we're gonna make it through this, and that's all she is. She's doing everything she can to keep everybody together. Yeah. They just learned that Mandalorian isn't poisonous.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen in the next 4 seasons? But
are they going to go back?
I just think she's just a shaman type of shit, and that's it. I really do.
I don't. So like we talked about, a show has many parts: good writing, happy, sad, angry. Good writing does all that. What have we seen that's made us go, fuck? Nothing yet. And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they're doing a great job of writing, correct? We haven't got that moment yet. It's coming. Go ahead, Bull.
Let's talk about Carl Weathers and him running the show on this episode. Because it's been the best, in my opinion, it's been the best episode this season.
We're going to rank these episodes maybe tonight. But good point. Marcos was in the middle of his bullet points and gushing. Are you live over there, bro?
I'm alive. I was just reading up on the Zabrak.
Okay, gotcha. He was reading on the Darth Maul. Gotcha. Go ahead, Marcos, with your bullet points.
That was it. That was my last bullet point. Was pretty much the end of the show. And my last comment on my bullet point form here is, this is the way.
Okay.
This is the way.
It just all makes sense.
This is the way.
This is the fucking way.
The fucking way. I wait.
Right. All right. So let's see what we got here. Okay. So during the skirmish of trying to rescue Positivist's son, Bo-Katan loses her shoulder pad armor. Mm-hmm. This foreshadows events to be played out at the end of the episode, and that's what we're going to talk about now. Because they rescue the young Mandalorian by tying him the creature's wings up, then he gets ate by the other fucking alligator, crocodile looking huge dinosaur motherfucker. After all this is concluded, go ahead. What?
Sorry, the Mosasaurus. Because that was
Yeah.
That was completely out of
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Most
Jurassic
of the scores.
World.
Jurassic World. Yeah.
Jurassic World. Completely out of Jurassic World.
Oh God,
Okay.
yeah. Most.
This is one thing that I really want to touch on, and I really want everyone's opinion on this. Because she loses her shoulder armor, right? She gets beat the fuck out of by the raptor, the dragon raptor, whatever the fuck you want to call it. She doesn't even get close to the kid. Mando saves the kid. Mando fucking saves the kid. She didn't save the child.
That's because Mando is still the fucking man, but they're trying to direct us to Bo-Katan a lot. Have you noticed that?
No, you're missing it. That was a Pippin assist to fucking Jordan, bro.
Huh.
Mandalorian's Jordan.
Yeah, it was a Pippin assist to Jordan.
All I'm saying is, in the end, when the armor is like, "Oh, you did what is the most important, most special, wonderful thing ever," she didn't say, "No, Mando was the one that saved the kid." She took all the credit.
Marcos.
But
just a second, Bull. Good, Marcos.
She should get full credit. She had the ship. She went over there and fucking mapped it out. And otherwise, everybody else is like, "Hey, I don't know what's expecting to you." So Bo-Katan was like,
No, I guarantee you, Mandalorian was not like, I don't know what to do. No way,
Absolutely
dude.
not.
No.
He led the squad.
Go on, Marcos.
Where's his ship at?
It's docked in some fucking cave over there or some shit.
Right. It's not right. What?
It's the one person road.
She did lead the squad. I understand that, but she didn't save the kid.
No, but she did save him from leading the squad. It was her idea.
Yo. It was teamwork.
It was her idea.
It was her mission. I don't give a fuck. But if somebody in that fucking mission steps up and completes the fucking mission, they're the motherfucking man.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead, Marcos.
I would like Mando was the one that made the grab. She fumbled it all up. If Mando hadn't done what he did, the kid would have fucking died because of her.
That's why that bitch ain't got the lightsaber, bro, or not the dark saber.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead, Marcos.
I completely forgot that Mando was the 100%. So that drowned it out. That now drowns out the fact that she did take full credit from the armorer, but she still, like Prophet said, she still led the squad because I didn't see anybody else doing anything except for.
No, but you get the shit when you do the shit, right? So it should have been like, yeah, you led it, but he finished the motherfucker. He did that shit. Bro, he got his signet because he killed that fucking. He got that signet because he killed that fucking beast with the Tusken Raiders, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's leading up because of teamwork. I'm telling you.
Okay, who's next? We got everybody fired the fuck up now.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, she was the team lead. If it wasn't for her, none of them would even went to try to rescue.
Stop it!
Hey, right.
Tell me
that I don't believe that.
Let's go ahead and have two people talk. Hold on.
For sure.
Bull and gushing. Hash it out. Go. You two only. Do it.
No, I'm just saying, Mando would have definitely fucking gone. For fucking 1,500,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 trillion infinity fucking complex.
Hold on. This is the way.
You're right.
Way.
Him or Vizsla, one of them would have went. They would have done it. Correct.
But you're right. She did lead it.
She did lead.
First put out the idea.
She put out the idea.
No.
She made everybody feel comfortable. They all looked at her as the leader through the Mandalorian lore, not our human lore.
Let's talk about this.
Through the Mandalorian lore, they walked away from the fire. They let her eat by herself because she was a leader. Therefore, she was regarded as a leader still at the end of the mission. Just because one of her people that she led actually grabbed him and saved him, she still was that leader of that mission.
Let's talk. Hold on. Let's talk about the. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead, Moto.
No, I'm totally agreeing with Bull.
No, let's talk about this for a second. Is this hold your comments till the end? is this exactly how this shit would have gone? Let's think about this for a second. Let's think about agenda nowadays, right? Okay, we don't have any Cara Dune. They have specifically said we need a new female lead for young women to see. They have fucking said that, right? After Toronto's gone. Let's think about this. We have Paz motherfucking Vizsla. We have the fucking Din Djarin, and we have Bo-Katan on this island. Bo-Katan is brand fucking new, just accepted, right? She gets to fucking run the shit over Paz Vizsla and Din Djarin. How the fuck does that happen? How does she? Why is Paz Vizsla or Mandalorian like? No, no. I'm fucking. When you run shit, you impose your will and you do it.
It's
Marcos
all
wanted to chime in first. Hold on.
okay.
Yeah, well, I'm seeing Prophet Director's nostrils flare and fire coming off of his gold head.
I don't care, dude. I see problems with that. That wouldn't have fucking gone down like that.
Okay, but he like
She's gonna let a new coven member or Paz Vizsla just be like, I'm gonna lay side. Then John's like, I'm gonna lay fucking side. We're gonna let Bo-Katan do all this shit. If I was in there, I'd be like, I know what the fuck to do. I'm fucking doing it.
I'm
It
sorry.
doesn't matter about the
and
time.
don't get me wrong.
I'm gonna sit
Prophet
back
is a
and criticize
fucking
your
genius.
ass.
Prophet is
It
a
doesn't
genius.
matter
That is
about
one
the time
smart
period.
dude.
Hold on a second. Go ahead. Bull's been wanting to go forever.
It doesn't matter about the time period. Once she went into the Mandalorian water, she was accepted as a Mandalorian. There's no time period. It's not like,
No.
oh, well, you're a new one. No, that's
No.
their lore. That's
That
who
you're not
they
understanding
do.
what I asked. You're okay. Do you understand Paz Vizsla's character, the lineage he comes from, where he's been? He has not veered from the religion. Come on now. Come
It
the
doesn't
fuck
matter.
on now.
Once she was in the waters, all that was forgiven.
I
And
don't
now-
care about that.
now
You think
part of
Paz
it.
Vizsla's taking a back seat? You think Mandalorian's
too.
taking a back seat?
He has to. When she
No.
was the
Why do
leader-
they have to?
See, Mando, I think would say something. Obviously, I do think he would say something. Okay, but Mando is the type of person that doesn't. He's not in it to get credit.
No, he's enriched with tradition.
Let's give
Correct.
shine to somebody coming in. What's up, Jeff McElway? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Feels like there isn't an overreaching plot in this season. I do think
Gotta wait, bro.
I do think with them having to take a character out unexpectedly, right? I think they've had to shift gears and scramble a bit. So go ahead with whoever's talking. But it's very important that we notice people coming in the chat.
yeah. Can you put old school?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this down before I freaking veer out too fucking far, dude.
Old school. I'm trying old school.
Wait, so there's a lot of people chiming in, but we're trying to talk about this amongst ourselves. Where's old school? What's he got?
He said hi.
Oh, right.
he gave a fist pound. Boom.
Yeah.
But continue on. I'm not buying what they're feeding me. Not what
All
they-
I'm saying, this is a really rich and vibrant conversation. I fucking love it.
Me
I
too.
fucking love it, people.
Dude,
Let's
that's
keep
all
this
about.
shit going. We can all have different opinions and fucking go at it. But I love it.
So let's preface this now. Prophet, Ralph, everybody in chat, Marco Cosplay, Bull, Moto, Gushing, Marcos, we all feel a little differently about things, and that's fucking great. That's fucking awesome.
Amen. Fucking amen.
No fucking hate. It's just fucking good, dude. It's passion about something you like, and that's what.
Hey,
So
'Cause every one of you fuckers are opening my mind, and I fucking love it. And I want the same from you.
Right here.
You know what we all agreed on and didn't even think twice was Gushing's picture of fucking Cara Dune.
yeah,
When nobody fucking argued.
What?
yeah.
All I heard was gushing and Baba Dune.
That's just
I didn't even hear the rest of it.
us, gentlemen. That's
I
just
was reading Ralph's.
us.
The armor is doing this with Bo to draw her in, welcoming, praising choices, favoritism over already established members. This is how brainwashing works. I am Ralph. You are my buddy. I agree with fucking him. I do agree with him.
there's something going on. Shit's not fucking adding up. So
Yeah,
I want to say this too. You're welcome to the other fucking Mandalorian shows this weekend because they're going to be fucking going on and on about this shit. They're going to be like, no, they're going to be doing it. Bro, Barcos, you know they're going to be fucking doing it. You're welcome.
Dude, I'm telling you, the armor is nothing but some kind of shaman motherfucker. Dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
can you define
Oh,
fucking
you
shaman?
keep shooting it down. Don't do
Define
that.
shaman.
I got this. A shaman is somebody in old culture, who was thought to have interactions with the surrounding vibrational environment of space, time, spirituality. And they could fucking, I'm gonna do these little fucking things. They could teach their fucking knowledge and have some of them voodoo, little chicken bones and shit.
Elders.
There's all kinds of shamans. Shamans are across the fucking Hindu fucking realm. Hinduism is fine. They have the same thought beliefs as everything else. So I don't mind the shaman to be, but the the armorer, if she's a shaman, she's not bad. She's not a bad shaman. We just got introduced to her in fucking 3 seasons so far. We don't know what she has in store.
Yeah.
And she's keeping everybody together, dude. All these
Nah, I think she's divided. But anyway, hold on.
She's the seed, and everybody's just going from her because they ain't fucking listen to that 2 other men or women. It's just her. That she's the one, and she fucking gets to manipulate what the Mandalore is centrally located on. Which
that is her power, being a shaman.
On centrally located on a fucking bending the steel, because when you bend the steel, you're bending yourself. That's what she was saying.
I've seen her do no bad, but only good for every character so far.
I think she could be a shaman.
Prophet is summing this up. People who just haven't been understand what I'm saying. She got to lead because she took the initiative. This is the way. Okay.
Yeah, but that doesn't make her bad.
Hold on.
Make her
Hold on.
correct.
Hold on, motherfuckers. Just a second. Just a second. You can't. This is just writing. If I'm being immersed in the story, I know Paz Vizsla ain't gonna stand by if he doesn't have to. I know Din Djarin ain't gonna either. This is just the way they wanted to write it. No way. Yes, she took the initiative. She did because that's the way they wrote it. But if it was wrote the way everything looks on the screen with the Mandalorians, Din Djarin, they take initiative. To me, it feels like she took initiative because they're trying to get a beam. I'm not saying that Dave Filoni and Dave Favreau have this huge agenda. Their show is great, right? But we do live in today's society, and it's going to be pushed a little bit. You have to do it sometime. That's the only reason I feel this happened. There's no way the other guys wouldn't have taken initiative. But that's what I'm talking about. By reading that, it makes me explain what I mean. You can't tell me they wouldn't have taken initiative.
No, I agree. I totally agree with that.
I fucking agreed with that a long time ago, but I'm
Okay,
glad
then.
you clarified.
Diamonds. Well, Prophet's comment helped me clarify what I meant.
Throw up diamonds, bro.
I know diamonds, bro.
Diamonds are forever.
Fucking diamonds.
That's right. He don't miss a show, bro. Not at all. Not at all.
Oh, that's fucking.
Let's see. All this I've learned from years of swerving.
Hack, you wouldn't say that if you watched the Clone Wars. I think he watched the Clone Wars, Prophet. I'm almost positive.
I've watched quite a bit of the Clone Wars, and yes, I know the Bo-Katan story, and I know you say that her in the armor, but I'm not buying it. We can disagree all we want, right? And that's fine. I don't have any other shit, but it's what I feel with
I
this
love
show.
that. I fucking love that.
Yeah, I had no problem with what you think. And Star Wars does, have definitive storylines, but I'm just not buying it right now.
We have to pay him off, Prophet, or kill him.
Oh, dude.
You can't kill me. There are motherfuckers trying to kill me. They ain't
Pack
killed
is
me
the
yet.
breaker of balls. Ain't nobody killing
That's
Pack.
right. I'm just saying, if certain things hadn't played out the way they had been, I wouldn't say this. So
this is how democracy dies, with thunderous applause.
oh my God. We got one of those in the chat when they complain about their carpal tunnel. I was busting Tuss balls the other day because he's running around with a fucking wrist. I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Hey, that's Prophet. That's Prophet's code for. Is there a link?
There's
Sorry,
no-
Prophet. It don't work like that here, man.
So, but it's going to be interesting. Are people going to beef, or are they just going to understand we got different opinions?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
We all have
Back
different
to-
opinions,
Right.
and that's what makes it beautiful. If I'm wrong, God bless me being wrong.
Right.
Because that means I wasn't expecting
Ain't
it.
right,
It
dude.
was fucking something great. So
Do you understand? I
That's what
like
this
Bo-Katan.
country was founded upon, my brother.
Do you understand? I like Bo-Katan. I
You
like the
couldn't get
character in the show.
persecuted for having different
Hey,
thoughts.
I like the Bo-Katan is actually starting to take on the Mandalorian lore and be part of that.
Yeah.
You know, I think she was someone in the chat mentioned earlier that she started to look towards the Mandalorian lore and be part of that once she saw the mythosaur. I think she saw that before when she was admiring Din Djarin, when she was like, hey, he's really the shit. Like, he's all about it. He walks the way. He is the way. He's nothing but Mandalore, right? And what he needs to do. So I like that she's being part of that. And even if she's being manipulated, it's not saying that she's going to be evil. You know, who's to say that she won't turn out to do something good for Mandalore
Absolutely.
and for the
I
species?
totally agree. Totally agree with that, bull.
Absolutely. I do agree with that. We have two separate points, but I do agree with that. I don't think, remember what we were talking about. I don't think she's malicious. I think it's different. I think she's ambitious. And I think that she grew up royalty. I think she's entitled. And
Yeah,
I think
and
that
she had
honestly
something-
believes she is entitled to rule.
Has to make her daddy proud.
There you go.
So, respect.
And she's figuring out, though, but this is the twist. This is the twist. And I think there's going to be a twist. I think that she is going to realize the best leaders are also the best followers. There's a different side to that coin.
Right. And Prophet, also assuming I haven't watched anything is not the question here. You shouldn't assume I haven't watched something. Right. We have taken two different opinions. It doesn't mean I haven't watched something.
Yeah,
It means I'm viewing it differently.
dude. You're making you can't say that without Prophet being here to give himself a voice, dude.
There's
so
people in
hard.
the chat. Everybody else has a point in their chat, right? Correct. Prophet director's here because he's trying to make up with Bull. Come on now.
Oh,
I love you, Prophet Director.
there we go.
I before the show started, I
Everybody
said
knows
Prophet will be here tonight.
bro.
He did our end show. He'll be here tonight.
Smoochy deboochies.
Prophet.
Cheers, my friend.
Prophet. I'm sorry.
No balls are protected.
No, my
So-
balls are a little sore right now, but I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Do you guys understand?
It's a good thing.
I have us in Bo-Katan's ship in my background. I like Bo-Katan. The character's great. Love it to death. I liked her previous story. Somebody on here said she was entitled. She motherfucking is entitled. She didn't have to work for that fucking saber. She had it given to her. That is entitled. What's up, Frank? Bang bang.
Hey, Frankie.
Can you? Oh my God. Is this freaking Bull's freaking second YouTube account? Look.
Frankie Bang Bang. Yeah, I just wants to show.
Frankie Bang
What?
That's my porn name, y'all. Fuck you.
Frankie Bang Bang. That's a good porn name. That's a really good one.
Frankie
anyway,
Bang Bang.
anyway, Bo-Katan decides to
That's my
take
third
the
one.
ask if she could take the signet of the mythosaur at the very end, right?
Yes.
Did you guys see that coming? It wasn't a big surprise to me.
I did. I saw it coming.
Saw
Yeah.
it coming.
Yeah, I
Right.
saw it coming.
We're going to talk about that, then we're going to get the fuck out. We had a really good chat tonight, man. Everybody in here. Prophet,
I enjoyed it.
Ralph, Mark,
Yep.
Jeff McElwee, Frankie, bang bang, Mark Cosplay. But I'm sorry if I already said you. Diamonds. Let's see what we got here. Pop the Trunk Toys, Old School. Let's see.
Yes.
What am I missing? Man, those guys were the main contributors, and thank you for contributing. Even though we bust balls, man, chat was definitely on point, man. You guys are awesome tonight, and I
Fuck
thank
yeah.
you for. Before we do our conclusion here, I want to thank everybody. Is that MS1? What is that one? You know that guy, right,
So
Marcos?
much from you guys in chat. I just feel very blessed, and I want to say thank you.
Rob
Yeah, there were a
78.
lot of different views, and they opened a lot of different directions. That was good.
Hell
OG
yeah.
Skywatch.
Yeah, man, it was a great time, man. Thank you, everybody. Prophet, just want to tell you thanks, buddy, and everybody in the chat, man. Mark Cosplay, you're the man. Fucking Ralph, everybody, man. The panel tonight. This show is really good, man. Glad to be part of this.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody that stopped in, man. You guys. So thank you to Lucasfilm. Thank you to Dave Filoni. Thank you to John Favreau. I'm not thanking you, Kathleen Kennedy, at all right now.
Fuck her.
Without John
I said
Favreau,
that right out loud.
Lucasfilm,
Fuck her.
and John Favreau, we wouldn't have that nice little freaking debate. It got our fucking adrenaline going. It got us up, and that's what the fuck's up. That's what I'm talking about. So, but do anybody want to make comment on how it ended with her taking the like we said, with taking the mythosaur signet and the armor being good with it, which is their way to take it.
Significant.
I think the armor was good with that. I think, it could be a manipulation for the armor. Now that you guys are talking about it, I kind of feel that way. But I think she's just like Moto was saying, like she's just that religious person, and she's like, hey, you can do that if you want to take that mythosaur. That belongs to every Mandalorian, right? Not just someone that's tamed one. Because someone has tamed one, therefore it goes to all Mandalorians. So I really dug that part of it. It was kind of religious in a way. So yeah, man. Pass the mic.
Thoughts? Going once, twice.
I liked it. It was a good episode. Oh, are we ranked? Can we rank the episodes?
We will save it. We're gonna save it.
All right.
We're gonna save it. We're at 1 hour and 46 minutes. That's our sweet spot. Fuck it, but fuck it.
But fuck it.
Let's see if Pat comes. Oh, where am I gonna go? Where am I going, Marcos?
Hey, real fast. Look at Ralph's comment. Pull that up real fast.
Okay, hold on a second, Ralph. Bo is mentally torn between the owl crest and the religious myth crest. She didn't seem like that at the end.
She didn't seem like that, Ralph. I have to say that she's totally for the mythosaur and their way.
Now, previous writing, aka Clone Wars, whatever, previous writing, right, may suggest what he's saying, but it does not seem that way in this show.
Exactly.
Not now. Yeah.
Correct. So, man, was enough beef? Were enough balls busted? Enough beef served tonight? Were there?
Throwing fucking dirty burgers, man.
They're
Dirty
good.
burgers.
Dirty
burgers.
burgers being thrown all over this motherfucker.
That's right. Dirty burgers on your face. With that being said, guys,
I love dirty burgers.
appreciate everybody stopping by the 3 Live podcast. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you didn't like it, you can thumbs up, down too. That's everybody's preference, man. This isn't a fucking this is a one-way street. You don't like it, you don't like it, you like it, like it. If you haven't hit the subscribe to myself, try to do that. M3 doesn't fucking care if you subscribe, but hey, he does a good job on what he does, so show him some love on his. We streamed him on both channels, so make sure you like on both of them. Go to both. Show your support like we showed everybody else, and that would be appreciated. Big thank you to Bull 80. His internet got way better. Thank you, sir. That was good work on your part. Moto Viper, appreciate talking to you, man. It's really good to have new people around. And Moto Viper is a smart motherfucker. He's going to catch on to shit real fast, whatever it is. Gushing is a wizard when it comes to his mind, the things he creates, and I always have a good time talking to him. Gushing goes all the way back to our 4th show. Motherfucking 4th show we ever did, man. So nothing but love for all you guys. And Marcos is the man as always. None of this has happened unless it was him starting it up, me talking to him. So, Marcos, you want to take your channel out?
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'll see you guys later. Everybody in chat, fucking guys are awesome. I know fuck Pac just mentioned everybody, and I feel the same way as Pac does on everything he just said. Also, I'll be opening up my link to my fucking channel, and if you guys want to fucking go to there and hang out for a couple hours, my wife's not going to be off until 1 in the morning, so I got like 4 hours to chill. Pat, come over and fucking bust it with everybody, man.
Please.
Everybody in chat. As soon as we get off, about 15 minutes, we're gonna chill with Pack and keep talking, and then I'm gonna fucking start up a link.
This is the way.
This is the way.